Hello? Hello? Thank you for the headpad. No, I have to... Does this work? It doesn't work. Don't pat me when I'm not on! Hello? Yeah, early stream. Early. Hi, Chop Chop. There's gonna be 2 streams a day, so I'm gonna end at 7:30-ish or something. And come back at 8 so I can set up with I need to finish this game because I have work to do for it, so I don't want to speed run, but I gotta get moving for the most part. I didn't! I'm not a criminal! I'm just Bean, okay? I'm just Bean. I didn't do nothing. I literally was like, okay, go ahead. And then he would like do the, you know, the Kaneki pose? The one where he's like looking to the side? He'd close his eyes and look up into the sky and go. Then everyone would just die. What is this problem? I didn't do anything. I did nothing wrong. I'm just a bean. I'm just a little guy. You bet influence on the protagonist. I didn't even do anything. I didn't click anything. Oh, he's crazy on his own. Also, let me know if the audio is working. If you guys still hear the music and stuff, because I don't know what happened, but everything was weird as heck. When it comes to playing, I don't know. Something weird happened to my settings. I'm fist fighting Smello. Why are we fist fighting? Kaneki? Kaneki? You want Kaneki? Ugh. You're so extra. Kaneki. Kaneki. Hoshi. So extra. Kaneki. Kaneki? Ew. Oh, Kaneki. Kaneki? Ugh, extra. Like, actually, no, I get it. I'm just speaking American, so people can understand me. Alright. From Tokyo. Tokyo. Okay. Our Eastern acquaintance. Alright, let's click things we did not click. Oh! Back up! How do we skip button? My right stick. Ugh, we can drift. It's in my files. Ew, why is this thing being so weird? Or is it because... Switch being weird? Weird. Weird. A fist fighting pug, too. Ah! Ah! My pronunciation is fine. It's fine. It's fine. I better not catch you on a visual novel. Don't try me on pronunciation. I will be a meanie. We really caring about Kaneki Jones, dude. Ooh, stop. Ew, I need to, like, Disconnect this controller. Connect it. It is peeving me off. You're being weird, controller. Restart this bad boy. Okay. Controller reset. Ugh. Don't start with me. If I catch you mispronouncing, you're dead. Honestly, I don't really care. What was it for the skip audio button so I can get a move on? Auto on and off, cancel, move, scroll, move cursor, object. I have no idea. Alright, we just fast clicking. Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! Shoosh! I don't need to know you. Go, 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 go! Go! What the? She's gonna jump scare me again. Okay, we said, the right of resurrection. Oh? Wait a second. When did I tell you about that? I mean, I guess I must have, seeing as you know that name, but weird. Anyway, you still seem a little bit out of it. Why don't you look around a bit more? I'm looking around a bit more. Okay. Phone booth. Something. No idea. That's them. Yes, we know their name. Okay. Let me think. What can I remember? Their name? What's the deal with the park? Flashback. This is how we fell in love. I guess. Shoot. Child there. Children. Ugh. Yuck. What was the girl learning about? Digging holes. Conversation. Looking for something? Huh? Help. What? Samaritan. Huh? I'm a good Samaritan. Wow. My hero. People like you... Oh wow. New words! Oh wow, my hero. People like you really do exist. I think I might cry. Okay. I guess I'll let you help me. Be warned, you might regret what you've gotten yourself into. Toothless red flag! No worries. What were you looking for anyway? Did you lose a bracelet or something? Not exactly. I'm searching for one of the 7 mysteries. Supposedly, this is the location of the Whispering Canal. The what? Oh, I've done it. You think I'm a lunatic. Okay, we read this. Something we read. Am I boring you? We read. Now then. Period. But that old? 200 years ago. There's an afterworld. A cult craze. Pretty fishy. All true. They're true. Says the real deal. What does that mean? Paranormal. Yep, pretty much. And that's how we met them. And once or more twice. Got bored. Huh? Where did you go? Anyone else around here? Anyone see any spooky, stinky figures? No? No? Yeah. I mean... all our files are here. Dude, the Lognig Monitor was in here. Was in the files. They were a Blasiosaur. Blasiosaur's Lognig. Thanks, Way. What'd you say? I can't remember it too well. I should check my file. File. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hello? Now that you mention it. I'm not sure, though. That was creepy. But, your special talent. Pay closer attention. Oh, this was about the drinking thing. Yeah, she just, like, you know, crouched really far down, went on all fours, and just... whoa! Launched herself right here and stood back up. Because she's not a ghost, but she's a ghost. Okay. It's still broken. I remember it told me it would need to be lit up. But if I play it from here, what does it mean? Whoosh! That darn jump scare got me again. Okay, I can't friggin' see, though. Can't look anywhere else. Let's see anything else in this blurry vision. I'll let the accused character of his decent haircut. This guy is fishy. Literally. His power is fish. His power has everything to do with fish. He's a stinky guy. She was wigged out. You can't give up. Yeah, she ran out of juice because she hated the sun. It was too late at night. Still no one here. But there's the Google Gobble on the ground. Take her wallet. Didn't drop her wallet, I only wanted the trinket. Like a crow. I just want trinkets. We want trinkets, we want trinkets. Literally take the keychains off her phone. Steal all the trinkies. Trinky only. Open it up in this one. This guy. Okay. There are like a couple other options. From this dude. Use it then. You know how even the 7 misdreams of Honjo cause curses and you. Christine Hightop paid. This guy continues to put me on it. Dude, he does. He's the CEO's right-hand man. But of course, those cursed stones, they are terribly dangerous and the conditions are met. Wait, but yeah, imagine what happened if it fell into the wrong hands. Dude. By the sound of it, if I give him the chance, he'll try to take my curse stone by force. I have to keep him talking and figure out a way to get my curse out first. There's some other stuff I have to talk about. If I look back, if she moves... Because I remember that was one thing he was talking about. If he, like, beats me up and steals my stone. Hmm? Huh? I do believe I saw your companion move. She what? Alright, I turn around. Oh, he did kill me. There I go. Damn it all. Then the little guy is gonna be like, how'd you fall for a stupid trick, you stupid, stupid idiot. Perhaps you ought to be more careful about turning your back on unscrupulous individuals. Fear not, you may take as many attempts as you please before misfortune happens. The ring? Honestly, yeah. Like everyone going in the pose for the ring. You die in 7 days. That movie used to scare me a bunch. Okay, Mr. Takumi. Oh? Okay, he's asleep. Oh, I'm sorry. But it's right. Oh, it's gone! Oh, alright. Okay. Think. Convince him to leave. What am I thinking? If I give him this stone, it's all over. Pull yourself together, Shokuki. You're smarter than that. Something just came up. Would that help? I'll be the one walking away. Pull yourself together, you're smarter than that. The only option is this, but what if I do try and kill him? Oh, it does it. You just actually do it. Well, what difference does that solve there? Because we part here. But we gotta get her to do something different. But this is lit up, so I'm kind of wondering if I have to do the lit up thing. Man. Hmm. Might mix up. Handle a few drinks. I've never actually had a Moscow Mule, really now. Uncool. Don't we go for a drink? Are you asking me out? No, you're being a good Samaritan, right? That's not what I mean. Just kidding. Yeah, I'd be up for that. So she said yeah to the alcohol on this. Yeah, I'll go poking the dog. I'm just going through the motion regularly. Oh, and then I got flashed. What's going on? Did something happen? Yoko? And then she dies? And no, she dies here. She's still alive. Hmm. Hmm. What would change this, though? Hi, Star. Thanks for the pats. I'm trying to think. Keep yelling her name. Is calling her name really going to help? Oh, here's one. I'm already yelling as hard as I can. Shouldn't I look for what's causing this? There's nothing there. Yoko, hang in there. Yoko, look at me. You're going to be okay. It's alright. There's nothing there. Yoko! Yoko! There we are. The path moved! We're moving! Okay, so when it is turned dark, it is done. Okay. Shogo cries Yoko's name in a desperate attempt to wake her as she lies unmoving on the ground. Will his pleas get to her? Yes. Kinchibori Park. Hmm? Huh? Oh good, you're awake. What? Are you okay? You were so rattled and confused, I thought you'd really lost it. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Or your humor's off balance? Wait, what did you say? I think I've heard that before. You're the one that said it earlier. Oh right, it must have been it. My humors were off balance. What? Back there? Who ended up like that being— oh, sorry. Actually, I forgot to notify. Do 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 do. Just realized that. I just got into the game like a silly goober. There you go. You ended up like that because of your humors. Yeah, I've heard that at this age, your humors being even a little bit off can be fatal. I'm glad you're back to normal now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened. Sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow. What? Are you backing out? Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me, and I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation. Come on! I just started feeling back to normal too. Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay for your cab fare. Okay? Okay, I ended up having to force a still protesting Yoko into a taxi. Get in the car! Hi, Bloober. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining. So to placate her, I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. Oh. So the next morning. Now you're fine. I didn't notify anyone. I just got to the part where it's different. So this time, the chick lives, and now it's morning. In further news... Oh, we died here! Before dawn today, a police officer on patrol discovered a man collapsed in Sumida Park. What the heck? The man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. Investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to their other unexplained deaths in the area around at the same time. So we just ended up dying here. Hey guys, another ending! What happened? Credits! Go back. Well done in your efforts thus far. This brings Shogo Oki's story to a close. Ah, but this is not the end. Far from it. In fact, this is where the story finally begins. The routes of the three protagonists have now been unlocked. Harue Shigima, a woman who lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. Tetsuo Tatsumi, Chief Inspector of the 1st Investigative Division, who is looking into the death of an officer in the line of duty. Hi, Miksu! Oh, first sand. Oh, whoa, the doggo boy. Yako Sakazaki, a high school girl who wants to bring her friend back from the dead, a girl who died in a suspicious suicide. Each of them is burdened with circumstance that leave them no choice but to seek the right of resurrection. Oh my goodness, so Shogo isn't even the protag, he's just like a dude. Each of your eyes. Ah! How could you? Just falls asleep. Following these 3 storylines reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Oh, Shogo is dead, I guess. That guy. Oh my goodness, that guy is gone. Shogo either like just becomes a killer and kills everyone in his path except for the police officers, and just dies. Oh, the PI is investigating his son's murder. Yeah, he's not even the protag. He's gone. In this plotline, he's dead in his own plotline. Like, he either kills everyone or he just dies. Let me go eep. Alright, have a good eep. Sand in your eyes. Alright, let's do the woman's son. When the son of Harue Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Harue has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. We're gonna solve her son's murder. Oh! May those who mock fire perish in flame. Kill them. Kill them. The flame bearers. Kill them all. You have acquired the power of the Cursed Stone. The Haunting Clappers. You can use it to kill those with fire or fire-starting devices on their person. Oh, that's why the lighter thing. Press Use Curse button to set your target alight. Open pages. Oh, is this all she knows? Oh shoot. Hunting Clappers page. Oh, you can hear the clappers. You think about it. Red, red, red. Everything is dyed crimson. My home is burning to the ground. It's hot. So, so hot. I must call for help, but I can't speak. My throat must be burned from the smoke. No, I think I'm already on fire. That's right. I'll just use the clappers. Clack, clack. Is anybody there? Clack, clack. Why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How did it come to this? Oh, right. Her. It must be the work of that vixen who appeared suddenly and enchanted my lord. That witch. Who, those hauntingly cold eyes had my lord dancing in the palm of her hand. Perhaps I was also taken in by her. How many innocent people did I lure in under orders? This must be karma. The sound of heavy bells. It feels like my head will split open. Ah, right. The evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. I've got to do it. Louder. Clack, clack. Burnt person. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like black tar. No. Kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desire the right, kill them. Haruhi Shigima, 12 a.m. So everyone starts at midnight. Shigima Mansion, reception room. Back with me, ma'am. Can't say I understand what just happened, but it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Ugh, she's so pretty and tired. Sweet dreams. Housewife. Ugh, side ponytail, housewife, tired eyes. She hates me, I know it. I think it's persons of interest. Yeah. One thing clever. Ugh. A housewife who resides in the manor near Shumoku Bridge. Her 11-year-old son Shuichi was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death was a result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case. A mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was covered up by Shuichi's killer, and Shuichi's killer remains at large, leading the aggrieved Harue to call on services of private investigator Richter Kai to uncover the truth. The Shigima family came from a line of samurai who built their residence on Honjo during the Edo period. Sorry. They assumed important positions in the police force following the Meiji Revolution, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Even today, many in the Shigima line of work as police bureaucrats, senior police officers. Harue's father sits in the upper echelon of the National Police Agency. Her husband adopted into the Shigiman through an arranged marriage is also a highly respected agency official. However, as her family prioritized work above all else, it wasn't long before Harue's marriage grew cold. Though she wants for nothing, she is isolated from her neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Haruo a purpose in life. but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Following the incident, Haraway spent many days in a deep depression, breaking into sudden fits of shouting and wandering around in the middle of the night. Her cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and she took to making snide remarks at her husband, which only further soured the relationship. A few months ago, Haraway's husband transferred to another area for work and now rarely returns home, with Haraway left to live in a large empty mansion alone. A housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time comes in to take care of all the housework. Haraway has nothing but time on her hands. No. Not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. Dude's sitting and arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called. A stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging there since before I was born. The telephone. This mansion has a private line. A fax machine. I can't imagine to other places along the telephone network. I can send images to places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I rarely find a use for it. What the heck? Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before... Well, you know what happened. Still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. I knew it. It's the head honcho from way back in set 1. This is a real collector's item. Oh, it's a... Delinquent cockatrice. Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never heard of the mockingbirds. The what? They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up as rough and tumble delinquents. I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough, they'd won everybody's hearts. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. To think one would turn up here, of all places. This is a good sign, I'm sure of it. Oh, well, that's nice. Oh my god! The collectible sticker! The replay value! I need to find all the stickers. Collectible cock stickers, let's go! A swinging of the pendulum echoes through the room. It feels livelier than usual with Richter here. Usually it's just me. A color television. Father bought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest model, there is no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. But father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. Not the TV. My heart's still racing. This is it, my chance at long last. What is this? A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Oda City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like a reliable sort. Once a police officer, Richter was racked with guilt over the police inability to help those in need, and quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft-hearted nature leads him to take on too many cases and put his office in dire financial straits. How he is still in business is a mystery, with some whisper that a wealthy patron to keep him afloat. Richter studied alongside Detective June Ario at the police academy. Somewhat surprisingly, given his outlandish clothes and mannerism, Richter excels at covert investigations. And tailing his targets, he proudly refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though that only ever succeeds at impressing himself. Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet, Ernestine. Dude. Parakeet. Which he keeps in his office. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers, a popular line of merchandise featuring birds' inability inexplicably dressed like delinquents, and can be frequently sighted searching around town for them while out and about. Richter typically leaves the office and, more importantly, Ernestine in the care of Amamori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richter after being involved in a previous case. Amamori. Azure Heron Agency. Richter Kai, a private investigator firm in Kamakata, Oda City. Originally, Kai thought to give it a simple name like Kai's Detective Agency, but upon hearing that people were more likely to pick names listed in the front of the phone book alphabetically, he decided to pick a name starting with A, and thus the Azure Heron Agency was established. However, it is quite questionable whether the heron, a bird of somewhat ominous significance, is an effective symbol for attracting customers. Even his own assistant has referred to the name as confusing at best. After all, rather than an azure heron, Richter keeps a white parrot as his pet and dresses not in blue, but mostly in white. If there was a symbolic connection to be made here, it has surely been lost on all but Richter himself. A private investigator known as a private eye is a detective who operates their own agency. Although there is no formal qualification necessary to become a private investigator, many are retired police agents or detectives due to the similarities between the work involved. At a glance, private investigator firms and inquiry offices might look similar, but they carry out different types of investigations. Inquiry offices specialize in conducting credit checks on businesses, while private investigators are generally involved in tailing persons of interest and gaining information surreptitiously. Can't pronounce. Surreptitiously, big word. Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about? I am perfect. Well, where to start? Very interesting. Very interesting. So, the haunting clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere. Told you to perform the rite of resurrection and gave you a curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right? That's right. So, it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. I saw that curse stone appear in your hand myself. It looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. I don't think you quite understand. Oh? This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already in my head, as clear as day. You just knew, huh? It was etched into my soul, along with the curse echoes resentful memories. So I can feel it, with what it was like. Dying like they did hundreds of years ago. Writhed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackened and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire. I see. That could be a problem. You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd need it as an opportunity. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief, talk about a spanner in the works. I say, we take stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going. That might be a good idea. Oh, that may be a good idea. What's up, guys? How you doing? That's what you hired me for, ma'am. Look into your son's kidnapping last year. Oh, last year? Woo! Yeah, this lady is in the middle of grieving hardcore. Like, ooh. Hold on. Where's my... where do I put my tea? One second, I'm gonna... What the butt? Where did my tea go? I was confused. What in the butt? Where did my whole... I remember I made a tumbler of tea. Where did my tea go? Look at the green cup. Is it downstairs? What the butt? Where'd my tea go? It had a straw and everything. Weird. Weird. to uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigima. Oh, yes, I remember. We never did find the one who did it. That's what I'm here about today. In fact, kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of 1 lead. So you said... As far as the police are concerned, this is a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway. Oh no, wrong one. I remember. You were just about to tell me. What do we got? Overview. A kidnapping and murder case that took place in Honjo, Sumida around 1 year ago. Haruhi Shigima's son, Shuichi, age 11, was kidnapped on his way home from school, with a ransom being demanded the same evening. Initially, the kidnapping was thought of as a simple extortion scheme, but when it came to light that the Shigima family was closely tied to the police, Shuichi was in fact the grandson of the senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting on a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit, losing the public's confidence, and the culprit grew cocky, relentless, mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Haruhi reached a breaking point. Spurred by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible, but her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police high regards, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. Ooh, you stink! The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed. Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi's death was largely ascribed to the police incompetence, but this was ultimately covered up with stringent media embargoes. The investigation was never closed, but the case was long gone cold. Hi, Aya! Oh, persons of interest. Little Bean! Ooh, poor baby. Puppy dog? Being nasty. Aya. Shuichi Shigima. Yeah, Little Bean is gone. He's dead. Elementary school student. Sit all by yourself. We're gonna be playing Cult of the Lamb in like 3 hours. The only son of Haruhi Shigima, he was kidnapped and murdered 1 year ago. His body was discovered floating in the Sumida River. What do you mean? You literally see it's scheduled. I literally asked you yesterday. We're still good on that time. I'm gonna end at 7:30, come back at 8 with you. In tote. Where's my link address? Crying, you promise? What do you mean, you promise? It's literally, I can't do it. It's scheduled right there. With a new thumbnail and everything. Which I need to fix the old thumbnail. Okay. You've abandoned me. No? Same time, I asked you. Suichi was a conscientious, brave young boy who was determined to protect his mother. Haruhi, amid his father's frequent absence, he dreamed of becoming a police officer and displayed diligence and an impressive sense of responsibility from a young age. Likely due to being raised in an extremely strict environment. Born in the early 70s. Oh, he's the same age as my parents. He spends his days immersed in various activities and studies, including playing piano, learning the abacus. Oh my goodness, big brain abacus. Taking English lessons and training in kendo. What a smart boy. Shuichi's tendency to put other people's needs over his own meant he died without ever telling his classmates how much he longed for them all to go out and hunt for mockingbird stickers. Stop it, Kratos. I can hear you being a nasty guy. Anything to say? No, she's still on her thing. About the investigation. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I've found, and then we can make a decision. Alright? I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself. No, I'm very familiar. Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprits back to, let's see here, northern Oyoko River, here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area. That's right. In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certain the same location that Shuichi was being held captive. Since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's call, Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house, it's likely that he was abducted by car on his route home. Maybe, but... Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gone into a car with a stranger. That's right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood, too. I've even saw him warning the other children. It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is there weren't any witnesses to the kidnappings. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. Ah, so he was taken by someone he knew. Bum, bum, bum. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. So, did they target him at some other time or somewhere away from his usual route? Both those seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off? The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided the kidnapper must have gotten lucky. Well, why not turn the problem on its head? The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into their car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody that he would have reason to trust. A teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew. But if all the adults Shuichi knew had alibis, the police checked them all thoroughly. They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew, or rather, what if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigema family has close ties with the police, after all. He would have had a reason to trust them. You might be right. But surely that couldn't have... Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That sort of point, after all, they're meant to be visible deterrent against crime. But there's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Even kids who've been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously accept that danger to look like an adult man. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong. That's right. Wait, surely you can't mean... Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car? He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children. You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. Sorry, I sneezed. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here. And you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone. She might have been an accomplice. Or she might have been an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. So, the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking to a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See, what I said about people's biases? That goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe if I start asking new questions, I might get something new, some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route, seeing if anyone had seen something. And one man thought he had. Do you mean he saw it happen? Well, I can't say that for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if we could talk in private. And now he's dead. Several hours earlier. Alright, this should do. There's no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me. What was your name again? Whoa, haircut. Junoichi. Got it. Well, Junoichi, I'm all ears. So, we're on the same page? You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigema's kidnapping? Do I have that right? Of course. What else do I look like? How should I know what a private detective looks like? Oh, forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life's in danger. I need your help. You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who's trying to kill you? A student called Michio Shiraishi. Interesting. It's schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. I'm not the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigema. Come again? I saw her talk with him on the street and led him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him. I'm sure of it, or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her go get me, too. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, if you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. Where did my teeth go? Hold on. Give me one moment. Little bumble. My little bumble. Or I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. You're telling me a high school girl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time and you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans? Yes, that's exactly... I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Augusta, I'm telling you, she's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying. But that doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? The sheriff is... he's got the tight jeans and everything. We were introduced to him in the last route, and it was just tight jeans and camera. And we're like, whoa! So you don't know what she can do. You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. It's true. Her house, it's... Now forget it. Why even bother? They've been doing like a pucker face. Like that. You seem dubious enough not to believe me, but I should have you know I'd never, you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. You see? The jeans. Hey! Puppy dog! Get out of the bathroom! This guy. And then he's sitting really fancy on the seat too, on the couch. And that's about the long and short of it. I can hardly believe it. At the time, I thought his mention of curses was all crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Sound good? Then, if we can just find that girl, curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name is Jonouchi. Jonouchi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School, here in Subida. A teacher? Then this schoolgirl is one of his students. I think that's very likely. At last, we've got a lead. Hopefully, it'll be a breakthrough we're looking for. The Rite of Resurrection, huh? I read about it in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently some old book showed up recently with all the gory details. But they say that the rite can be found somewhere in Honjo. I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been answered, or had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope, for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered. Oh, wait, that's her. Oh, that's her. What if I hadn't sent him to school? Not a day goes by when I don't think of it. Don't think if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive. You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the ride. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I could tell how much he meant to you. But this is a big but. If this rite is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. Is that a problem? If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's a shame. A shame, huh? That's all? I thought if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful. Realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that? I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. That so? Is it? Dear, oh dear. What have I gotten myself into? If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers, I only need you to find them. I won't be party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. I'll pay you. How much can I give you to change your mind? Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies and I stick to them. I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn. Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get where you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. What do you have in mind? Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they've filled it with soul dregs? What if that was all you were after, then I could lend you my service guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be the hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later. Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove? That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you now. My... Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about that curse of yours? The Haunting Clappers, was it? That's the one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly. That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here. I'm sure I remember hearing that right. In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. First move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curses makes the bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere. That sounds sensible. And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their possession, is that right? That's right. In olden times, when clappers were used to warn people of fire, I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. It seems to be a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Though it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table. You really think it's that good? The target can't do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Just slip one into your target's pocket. Say that the conditions were already fulfilled before they even knew you're there. They wouldn't even know what hit them. Maybe I won't actually have to use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they have to do what I said. Threats could work, although, without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be. Okay now? Don't lick the bed, you're nasty. If only you could use the curse, then back out the last second. At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it right now. That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. Oh, I see. You're an odd one, ma'am. If you don't mind me saying, and I don't think it's just me, it's just the curse. You flatterer. Oh, puppy dog. As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine. Right then. Have you decided on what you want me working on? Investigate the kidnapping. Finally, I have a lead. I need to know what happened to my son. Your wish is my command, ma'am. I'll focus my efforts on looking into the kidnapping. Although, something just occurred to me. You can't investigate the matter at night, can you? At least until the sun rises. You search for the other curse bearers? Alright, I see how it is. Well, I'd be happy to help. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So, it's settled then. I'll look into the curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up and I start asking questions, I'll investigate kidnapping as well. I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain. Thank you. That's more than enough. Now then, I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout. Alright. There's no telling what kinds of curses you might find out there in the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can't help it and try to be ready for anything. I will. Well, and that's all. I should be going. Haunting Clappers is determined to use the rite of resurrection by stealing the remaining curse stones. She is instructed by her investigator Victor to find other characters. Let's go, let's go. 1 a.m. Shikima Mansion, reception room. It's been almost an hour since Richter left. He promised he'd call me if anything happened. But he hasn't. Hello. So all I can do is wait and wait. The flowers put me at ease, just a little. An old hanging roll school. I've seen it too often to feel anything from it now. What's this? Come to think of it, I never offered him any tea. Not that I ever learned how to make it. Should I put on a record? No, it's too late for that, and I'm not in the mood for music anyway. Stickers already touched. There's nothing on at this hour. There's no point in turning it on. What's this, a newspaper? No, new protagonist. I'll show you the story chart. You wish to return to the story chart. Any group of chapters? Return continuing. No, I guess. It's, the first character was basically like the tutorial level. Like, Shogo's whole thing was basically like the whole tutorial level. And then it splits into like 3 more characters, and this is the first character on the list. Yeah. It wasn't like super Tuto, it was just more like having all of the exposition. Tell you like what you're looking for and stuff. But that guy is dead. I must have fallen off the chair. It's a newspaper. I only leave them in here for the guests. I hardly ever read them myself. I don't think I've taken the time to ever, to go over one in years, in fact. Well, it's not like I have anything better to do. Oh, I don't want to read all these. It looks like city's biggest problem right now is pollution. I remember how the air and water used to be even more polluted. The river was covered in scum from all the sewage and industrial waste, and it stank so badly it made my eyes water. Eventually, people started getting sick, and it couldn't be ignored anymore. Fortunately, it's gotten better since then. Although the air around the industrial district is still filthy with gas and smog. Phone call? I'm waiting for Richter to contact me, but he hasn't. Fax machine? I really find use for it. I don't know anybody else who owns one. If there's one thing Honjo never wants for it's horrific crimes. They found a police officer dead in a local park just the other day. A lot of my family are in the police. I hope it wasn't anybody I knew. I don't read the news anymore, but since last year, it brings back bad memories. Suicide at local high school. Oh, I remember that. A high school girl jumped off a roof about a week ago. She was bullied, I think, or maybe it was something about exam pressure? What? But... No, this can't be right. Her name. Oh, she dead! Michiyo Shiraishi from Komagata High School. She dead. So, the only lead we currently had with Richter was that this girl was mentioned by some random freaking dude. That this was the girl that led, her son, that, like, tricked her son into following her somewhere and murdered the kid. But this chick is dead. Suicide, apparently. So how does that make any sense? It can't be. All sorts of articles about the current state of the economy. Now that the post-war boom has passed its peak, we're moving into the era of large corporations. It's about 220 to 230 yen to the dollar. Manufacturing is on the rise, exports are healthy. The dollar down from its height, and the people are saying it could fall further. There's no denying how much the standard of living has improved in the past few years. It's common to own a car, attend the television now, and supermarkets are better stocked than ever. Spooky music is making me think there's something going on in the house. Plus the color saturation went up a bit. Although, with everyone flocking to the city, land prices are skyrocketing. Nowadays, most people can only dream of homeownership. The city center's going to be nothing but apartments before long. I'm not exactly a businesswoman, so this all feels like another world to me. Now that everyone has more spending money to go around, people are coming up with all kinds of new diversions. It seems like only yesterday that people were flocking to the arcades to shoot aliens. But now, we've come to these enormous theme parks and gaming machines that plug in straight to our televisions. Everyone talking about superhero series, foreign films, and movies based on the latest bestseller. Back in my day, fusion rock and folk music were all the rage. But now, it's all about city pop and idols. I find it hard to care about that sort of thing anymore. Oh, she's grizzled by old age. Honestly, and probably sadness because of her lost kid. I heard the new big thing is some mascot line of delinquent birds. Mockingbirds, I think it's called. What was it that Rector was talking about? Trends seem to have such a short shelf life now, and how quickly the times are changing. I think I'm just too old to keep up anymore. Too old? Ma'am is in her 30s. Miss Ma'am, you're barely in your half-life. It's young people who are leading the way. With their modern worldviews, my generation will only fall further behind. Miss Ma'am is not even old. Everyone attended high school now, even girls, universal education policy they called it. The country's gotten rich enough that every child can go to school. Education is the backbone of modern society. If you want to work for a good company, you have to get into a good university. With more people in the running than ever, the competition to get into those universities has gotten fierce, though. Whoops. The new generation is rebelling. Schoolyard violence and delinquency are on the rise. But my boy was too sensible to get mixed up in any of that. I don't want to read anymore. It'll only remind me of him. I don't really watch much television. It feels as if all the information in the world gets passed through a little black box. The father stopped them from reporting on the kidnapping back when it happened. I was glad about that. Less fuss. Now the comedy boom is over, all the comedians are flocking to other genres. The occult seems to be popular in the moment. Look at all these paranormal specials. Michio Shiraishi, the same girl who witnessed my son's kidnapping, committed suicide last week? That means... Mr. Junoichi was terrified of someone who has already died. Is that what he meant by a curse? I can't work this out on my own. Maybe Richter will know. Why won't he call? Oh, I haven't left it off hook, have I? She's so sleepy. I just want her to take a nap and pat her head. Makes me so sad. Go look around. You never know, you know. Yeah, let's check the phone if it's hooked in. I've made sure the receiver is on the hook. It'll ring as soon as he calls. Oh? Ah! That must be him. Answer? Hello? Shigima residence. Dang, detective. Richter called me out to meet me. And we came here, to Komagata Bridge. Richter, there's something I need to tell you. Funny, I was just thinking the same thing. Hell, there's a sticker up there. We're on Komagata Bridge over the Sumida River. Here, a highway on the side of the freeway on the other. There's a highway on one side and a freeway on the other, but they're both deserted this late at night. One of the bridges spanning the Sumida River completed in 1927 as part of the reconstruction efforts following the Great Kanto earthquake. It is notable both for this distinctive blue arches and cutting edge for the time technique used in its construction. There are many bridges stretching across the Sumida River, each boasting a unique structural form and design. It's a Yankee flamingo. Delinquent flamingo. Hell yeah. Standing around is the last thing I want to be doing right now. This is my only chance to bring back my son. I can't afford to fritter it away. He's gazing down at the water. What does he see down there, I wonder? The Sumida River. The water is filthy and horrid, but at night, when it looks still, it looks most peaceful. Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what you Honjo folks picture when you think of home? I couldn't say. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it. Right, I should have guessed. This is where they found him. Right after he went missing. All alone, floating in the horrible water. All I can think is, how scared he must have been, how cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? I've come here every day since then. And I pray to the river to give him back. To give me back my son. Day after day after day. You know, in olden times, people believed rivers marked where our world met the next. So, the act of cross and flowing water had a huge amount of spiritual significance. Back when Edo was founded by people of the Chuo, I saw the Sumida River the same way. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife, and the same place would later become Honjo. All their fear and revulsion accumulated there and took root. But then, Ryogoku Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire of Meireki, and just like that, Honjo was part of the city too. And as it turned from farmland into a town, the people surrounded it with the man-made rivers and crisscrossed it with the canals and waterways. Weren't those to prevent flooding? That's what I was told. They were, but that's not all they were for. The other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore, and stop it from leaking through to our side of the Great Divide. Officially, they were a physical barrier, but unofficially, they were a spiritual one too. So, if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife? Exactly. That's why the rite of resurrection is here, rather than anywhere else, I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and their curses have survived to the modern day. And I guess that would make this spot we're standing now, right over the water, the border between life and death. If there ever was a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon this here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. That might have done more than you think. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Just thinking aloud, ma'am. Well, it's a nice thought. A river that is part of the Arakawa River system, which runs through much of eastern Tokyo and empties into Tokyo Bay. During the Edo period, Sumida's riverbanks played a key role in transporting lumber used for construction. In addition to the logistical importance, it was also a place for common folk to gather and enjoy activities such as seasonal flower viewing or river bathing, and there exist many woodblock prints depicting such activities. The theming is so cool, I love the vibe. Yeah. It's so cool. The area became plagued with sewage issues when the surrounding environments were industrialized in the post-war period, but the situation has improved since many unique bridges span the Sumida River. It's like all the noisy like Tuller TV kind of vibes. It's kind of making me feel like a really old 1980s like detective TV series, but a little more mellow, less sound effects and like over over editing, you know? Which attract a large number of visitors as sightseeing spots. Yeah, I'm a chompy dude. Yeah, chompies. What is this? Bug. Thank you. I'm a biter. Massive fireworks displays in summer are also always sure to draw a crowd. The river has served as a cornerstone for both the city and people, having both aided in the development and serving as an inspiring backdrop for countless of works of art and literature. Don't bite me! I won't. I promise. I'm only made of candy. I taste real good. Dang it! Why you got me made out of candy? Now you're gonna get bit. Oh, that's right. There's one more memory I have of this river. Do you mind if I tell you? Go ahead. I must have been about 20 years now. Oh, it must have been about 20 years now when I was still a schoolgirl. Back then, Sumida River was much filthier than it is now. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge. It was scummy and slimy and it stank. You could look out over the water and see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating. And one day, among the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand. What? It was almost a miracle when you stop to think about it. What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that was still recognizable? And although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water, the part that was left would have an identifiable scar. And they would tell it'd been a murder from a blade marks on the bone. Wait. Are you talking about the Nejima murders? So, you have heard of it. I'm impressed. I assume you were but an elementary schooler at the time. I wasn't really aware of it then. I only heard about it after the fact. I had no idea the victim was a classmate of yours. Another murder. A notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student. It first came into the attention of the authorities when part of a human hand was left undiscovered floating in Sumida River. Testing it revealed to belong to a missing female high school student. As it appeared to have been severed deliberately, the police launched a murder investigation. A large-scale search of the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made it impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be part of her leg before the search was called off. At the time of the incident, Sumida River was as polluted as it had ever been. Neither fish nor shellfish could survive in it, eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a stir among the public, as several of other young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area. And it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensics technologies at the time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, and so the police were unable to open any inquiries. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until... Thanks for lurking! Until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention during the questioning about a separate incident. Fumichika Nijima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into his background was conducted, leading to his arrest. Nejima. Nejima testified that he had snatched his victims from the street and confined her in an underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no reason, but simply decided that she was an opportune target on seeing her walk alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her fingers and toes with a box cutter while she was still conscious. She screamed silently behind her sealed lips. He proceeded to her wrists, her ankles, her elbows, her knees, working all the way inward slowly and methodically. Oh, thanks for lurking, dude. Her ordeal continued until she died of blood loss. Nejima dismembered the rest of her body and disposed of it behind his home in the Sumida River before cleaning his storeroom and returning to his everyday routine, as if nothing had happened. The brutality of his actions shocked the nation when they were eventually reported. Once apprehended, Nejima divulged the details of the murder, and he was less than willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me. I know it was wrong." In the end, the police would extract nothing more from him other than expressions of remorse. Although the efficacy of his methods strongly suggests that he had committed a crime, he had committed similar crimes in the past. No corroborating evidence ever came to light. Nejima was sentenced to life in prison. At his first hearing, the sentence was imposed with no appeal from the defendant. You! Okay. To be honest, it was a bit of a blur. A wave of chaos, just parting around me. Something like that. They said the rest of her body must have sunk to the bottom of the river. They combed the riverbed, but they only ever found pieces. Everything else must have been rotten and flowed out to sea. However, I heard that all the divers who had been looking for her fell ill. A sorry story for everyone involved, huh? It's funny. Everyone figured the river's filthy already, so one more piece of garbage won't hurt. But every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. Oh, sorry. I know I wouldn't want to go rooting around down there myself. That's right, which is why the riverbed is the last place anybody would go looking. Or so was the killer's thinking, I suppose. The times were changing quickly back then. Things were confusing. Everyone seemed to be in a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it in the big city. And they made easy targets for bad people. A lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. You see, back then, if you chopped a body up into tiny pieces and threw it into the river, it would rot quickly, discreetly, and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again. Are you saying what I think you're saying? They arrested him shortly after. Fumichika Nejima. The man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. He was so methodical about it, it couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder how many other girls he'd murdered at the same way. The police never found any evidence of their murder in the end. But the river knows the truth. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder? The same thoughts spread through everyone's mind, and they started to avoid this area.
So really, this river has been rank with corruption for decades now. Or at least, that's how it seems to me. Well, was that interesting? Well, I could see why you don't have any good memories of this river. With all the darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you would. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about Nejimun's murders. But how could I not? After all, I was the one who found the hand. The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. They said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Nejima to justice. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me. I guess it just wasn't the killer's day. Sometimes I wonder if he resented me for it. Sumida River, I have nothing but awful memories of it. Standing around. You go first. Please, go ahead. Alright then. I've been poking around places connected to the 7 mysteries looking for curse bearers. And I think I found a few candidates. First, a tall man I ran into Kinshibori Park. I asked him for directions, trying to probe him a little, but he turned the questions right back around me. And he was out there the second he figured I wasn't what he was looking for. I got the sense curses were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he's a curse bearer. Then there's this middle-aged guy I saw in South Raigesu Street. There's no question about this one. He had one of the cursed stones in his hand. He had a nervous air about him, too. It was clear he was up to some shady business. Gathering soldier eggs, I bet. He'd make a good target. Up next is a pair, a young man and a woman I saw around Ryogoku Bridge. This time the man came up to me and asked me flat out if I was a curse bearer. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about, and he backpedaled and left. Looks like they lurk around there often looking for kindred spirits, would be my guess. Though, it didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair. Gathering soldier eggs in a group might be a decent idea if you can make it work. But with things being how they are, it's gotta be hard to find folks one can trust. They've got brass, though I don't know what their deal is, but I'd like to find out. Last 2 detectives I've seen sniffing around. The police are involved. Oh, the police are involved? Not necessarily. A body turned up in a local park a few days ago, so they might be looking into that. Still, the park's got ties to one of the 7 mysteries. Might be it was a curse that that guy in. And if they're sending detectives from the head office, there's something's got to be up. How did you know where they're from? Let's just say when you're in the business, there are some faces you get to know. Anyway, that's everyone who caught my eye. You found all of them in such a little time? I really did hire the best. It's all in the name, ma'am. Richter Kai PI. No, wait. Make it Richter Kai Investigator Extraordinaire. My, An investigator extraordinaire. Is that why you can dress like that without drawing any attention to yourself? You bet an investigator extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit. Well, that aside, a middle-aged man and a young couple sound most promising, am I right? Whichever we pick, it's too early to take a move. It seems like the curse bearer are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there's still others we don't know about. I say we hang fire and see things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll be the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance will come. Something I need to tell you. What's up? Well, that girl, Michio Shiraishi, is the one who was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping. That's her, well, she's dead. She's what? The student who committed suicide last week, that was her. I heard something like that had happened, never got the name though. Talk about bad luck. We finally get a lead, only to find it turned out to be a literal dead end. Unless her death was a whole reason Junouchi so shaken up. He said she was going to curse him. Was he talking about her taking revenge for beyond the grave? It seems like we're back where we started. Not necessarily. The teacher knows something, I'm sure of it. At the very least, I'd put my money on giving him something to do with Miss Shiraishi's death. That's why he's so scared of being cursed by her. I see. And also, something tells me he knows more about your son's kidnapping. In any case, I think I've got a good idea of what he's hiding. It's called a hunch. A hunch? Well, more of a theory. Care to guess? I can guess. I can't say for certain, but... What if Mr. Junouchi silenced Michio Shiraishi with murder? What do you think? I see. So you think Miss Shiraishi's death might not have been a suicide? That would certainly give him a good reason to think she'd hold a grudge. But I'm not sure I'm buying it. It might be a little bit far-fetched. I see. I'm sorry I'm disappointed you. I'm not really cut out to play detective. Well, no point in dwelling in speculation. The truth will be out in time. Right now, I think we need to have another chat with Mr. Junouchi. Dog. Something wrong? Not really, it just struck me. It's been 20 years since the Nejima murders. So it has. Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Life in prison doesn't always mean life. There's precedent for first-time offenders being allowed to be put on parole after 20 years. Only if they're found to show remorse and desire to reform themselves, of course. That's right. I'm impressed you know so much. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to reintegrate into society. I hear they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodation. Oh, really? They keep an eye on them, of course, and make them report in regular checkups. But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmate records a secret from everyone but their employers. They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities, so they won't be recognized in the workplace. My. The way you put it, it's like you're saying Fumichika Nejima could be out of parole right now. Back in society under a new name. Nobody any the wiser. It's possible. As it happens, a little birdie told me about a big name making parole a few months back. I don't know if that was Nejima, but our discussion just now did bring it to mind. I see. How unsettling. Now that you mention it, I just remembered something too. What was it? I was passing Komagata High School a little while ago when I saw someone. A janitor, I think? I could have sworn he reminded me of Fumichika Nejima. A shogo? Oh? He looked a little different after 20 years. Much thinner than I remembered. I told myself I was just seeing things. Is Shogo freaking Nejima? Is freaking Shogo? Is this freaking nasty man freaking Shogo? But perhaps it was him after all. So, what next? The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely that the other curse bearers will all come all the way here if I can finally have a moment to think. I see. Alright. Once your situation has changed, I'll presume to try again. Pressing suspend will return to the story chart. Okay? So this is stuck. I have to go to the other ones. This is the dead cop, and this one is the dead student. She need to revive her friend who jumped to her death. To get information, she needs to meet with her classmate Mio Kurosuzu in a classroom at midnight to attempt using a spirit board. Oh, cute. Mole. That should be everything. Okay, let's start. Ready for this, Yako? I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. Student from Class 2C at Kamagata High School, unable to comprehend why her childhood friend, classmate Michio Shirishi committed suicide, she attempted to investigate the incident herself. However, she was unable to make any progress, and feeling desperate, invited transfer student Mio Kurozuzu to join her in performing a spirit board ritual. Born and raised in Honjo, Sumida City, Yako's family has owned and operated the beloved candy shop Senoya since the establishment in the early Showa era. Despite her modest appearance, Yako is a cheerful and vivacious young woman with a sense of duty and compassion so strong that she is really moved to tears. She is also a bit quick-tempered and quarrelsome, always prepared to stand up against those who harm her family or friends. It is possible, however, that this readiness to fight is more driven by an innate love of chaos. Yako's winning streak against arrogant boys in scraps since she was a child remains unbroken, and the source of considerable stress for her mother. So she gets into brawls. Alright, let's start. This is the spirit board. This is how we will be communicating. First, we both put our finger on the 10 yen coin that's on the board. Like this? That's right. Relax your finger as much as you can. Now for the chant. Repeat what I say, okay? O Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Your turn. Spectre of the Spirit Board, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Good. Please tell us if you are there. Ooh, spooky. Whoa, it really moved. Looks like we succeeded in the summoning. We can ask questions now. Right. Questions. Start with a question you know the answer to, and see the response. Then, when you know your question are being answered truthfully, you ask what you really want to know. Okay, I'll start with something simple. I think it should know the answer to this. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what is my name? Huh? What's the matter? How strange. Huh? It told me no. I bet it means it doesn't know. It may be the specter of the spirit board, but it doesn't know everything. Is this spirit the real deal? It's fine. I feel like it's giving me attitude. Fine. What's the name of the girl across from me? Mio, that's right. Ugh. That's not fair. It knows your name, Mio. It even used the weird character you used to spell your name. How flattering. Kurusuzu. Mia transferred to Class C in Komodata High School, and 2 months ago, though she is extremely mild-mannered young woman, she exudes somewhat of an off-putting dark aura, which makes it difficult for her to form friendships. Mia, however, found a friend in her class. Her classmate Yako Sakazaki, and begun opening up to her little by little. The truth of the matter is that Mio is the apprentice of a famous psychic possessing exceptional spirit sense. She takes on the troublesome task of surreptitiously handling spiritual disturbances that break out in the school across Tokyo. Before they've become a problem, she transfers schools frequently as a result, and thus has trouble making human friends. Mio has already solved an incident in Komogata High School involving a female student's possessing by a spirit. Although she takes effort to hide her spirit sense, many develop the impression that Mio has a deep knowledge of the occult and the paranormal upon first meeting her, leading her to be anxious that her secrets have been exposed. The most common comment she received is that she seems to get along well with crows and black cats. I bet even the teachers get it wrong all the time. I guess these paranormal beings just tend to take a liking to you. Huh? I don't know how I should feel about that. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, where are we? High school. High school, that's right. The answers don't seem to be very precise. I'll ask it again. What is my name? No. I didn't even hesitate this time. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, are you truly the Spectre of the Spirit Board? Huh? It said no. Is it lying? Not quite. The Spectre of the Spirit Board is just a temporary name we call them when using the Spirit Board. We're actually calling a spirit with a strong tie to this place, or one of the people participating. In other words, a spirit that just happened to be nearby just felt like answering. They don't really think of themselves as the Spectre of the Spirit Board. Oh, really? Huh. Feels like some of the mystique has disappeared. Do you mind if I still call you Spectre of the Spirit Board? Yes? Okay. Thanks? Always good to remember to say please and thank you. Due to the occult craze, divination has become popular among young boys and girls. All one needs is a coin, a piece of paper with letters and numbers written on it. All one needs is a coin and numbers written on it. Using these, all one has to do is ask a question of the called upon spirit, and it will move the coin and answer. It is believed to be a tool that was adopted from Western spiritualism and molded by Japanese occult enthusiasts. Though it is considered a form of divination, the ritualistic nature of its usage can be self-hypothesis or autosuggestion, leading to hallucinations or symptoms similar to spirit possession. Many schools banned these spirit boards after there were several cases of students sneaking into school at night, in addition to stories of people having seizures when using boards. Alright, it's time to try asking serious questions. Yeah. Okay, here I go. I'll be serious now. Yes, please. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Did Michio Shiraishi in our class, who died by committing suicide by jumping 1 week ago, really commit suicide? So it really wasn't. I'm not surprised. I never believed it from the start. Now that's the important part. Yeah. Oh! Michio was a second-year student in Komagata High School. She was found deceased 1 week ago in a back alley of South Raigesu Street, her entire body broken in several contortions. Police determined Michio committed suicide by jumping from a nearby apartment building. As there was no suicide note, the police based their conclusions on interviews with Michio's peers. Michio was an honor student with a good head on her shoulders and consistently excellent grades, making her a favorite among the teachers. Although she appeared somewhat reserved, she had a positive outlook on life and a courageous spirit. Michio and Yako formed a long-lasting friendship during childhood, with Yako's unbending, uncompromising attitude deeply influencing Michio. However, beneath her strong exterior, Michio had been pushing herself too hard and keeping her emotions bottled up to the point that they risk overflowing. Following her father's death 3 years ago and moving into a new house, Michio began avoiding Yako. Although the two remained in the same area of the town and attended the same high school, they gradually grew further apart. Yako herself worried for her childhood friend, but incapable of wading into the complexities of Michio's home life, she kept her distance. That day passed, and though Michio longed to confess everything to Yako, the moment to do so never came. Michio carried an old talisman, a memento of her father, with her at all times. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Did Michio Shiraishi die in an accident? It said yes. So it was an accident and not a suicide? Michio? Then, did she slip and fall from the apartment building? Huh? She didn't? What do you mean? Michio didn't die from the apartment building? No way. If that were true, then why was she lying on the ground like that in the back alley of the apartment building? It was an accident. It was an accident, but not a fall? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what happened to Michio on that day? Seems like it doesn't know the details. Then how about... Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. We want to use the rite of resurrection to bring back Michio, to bring Michio back to life. Do you know where the rite of resurrection is? I wonder. Huh?
Uh.
What is this? Stop, I'm scared. Mio! Calm down. You can't go before it's over. Ah! Such deep sorrow. A resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Kill them. Kill them. Those who hear this sound, kill them all. You've acquired the power of Cursed Stone Fool's possession. You can use it to kill those who hear the sound produced by the cursed echo for more than 30 seconds. This effect will negate if you are seen in the time. Press to use the curse and produce the sound, so you gotta hide. Onmyo stood atop the tall festival tower. It was her time to shine. She was ecstatic. It had been years since she joined the troupe, but she had yet to enjoy her day in all the spotlight. She wasn't particularly pretty, nor was she all that talented. As gossip and loudmouth, she wasn't well liked by her peers. Some of the other girls thought of her as a teacher's pet and bullied her. I don't care about them, she thought. I'll use this chance to make something of myself. Everything was perfect. She wore a beautiful kimono and an okame mask over her face. The stage was set, the accompaniment began, and she danced with everything she had. Applause rained down upon her from the crowd. Her breathing hastened with excitement. I forgot to catch my breath. That's strange. I can't take my mask off. The smell of glue assaulted her nostrils. So that's how it is. I knew it. It was too good to be true. Her screams were drowned by the music as she squirmed and struggled. Onmyo is giving it her all today. We have to keep it up. The crowd livened even more. No, please, someone help me. She fell from the tower, writhing in pain as she begged for those around her for help. The music stopped in time with Onmyo's heart. Ugh. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it, Curse Bearer? You who strongly desire the right, kill them. The information given by the spirit report suggests that Michio is not a suicide. Disappears. Let me turn on a timer real quick. Okay. 1:35. Or I should make it less. Hey, did you hear? Someone from our school committed suicide. Wow, really? Who? I heard that Michio from Class C, right? No way, Michio? She'd been acting pretty strangely lately, but I still can't believe it. Did you hear about Michio in Class C? Yeah, she seemed like the stereotypical honor student in her first year, but she stopped showing up to class and her grades started dropping after third semester. So she offed herself because her grades were bad? No fair. Just thinking about practice tests makes me want to die too. All anyone cares about is tests. Did you know I heard Michio's mom remarried last year? They say her stepdad was a total jerk. Really? How so? Like he'd peek on her while she changes and couldn't keep his hands off her. I even heard he's an ex-con if he resists violence on him. That's so scary, no way, I couldn't take that at all. I'd probably think about killing myself too if I had to deal with someone like that at home. You hear about the suicides on the news? But for it to happen here... By the way, isn't there a girl who transferred Class C recently? Oh, I heard about her. She's gloomy, doesn't stand out much. Did you know that the school she was before she transferred also had a suicide? What, for real? It seems like a kind of fishy. There might be some of you who already know, but... A member of our class, Michio Shiraishi, passed away last night. Okay, calm down. I know this comes as a surprise, but please keep quiet. The cause of death is still under investigation, and there's nothing we know for certain at the moment. Detailed investigation reports will come from the police, so please don't go spreading any rumors, got it? We're sending everyone home for today. No dilly-dallying. You on your way. School will be off tomorrow as well. Hey you, stop celebrating, show some respect. There will be a memorial service scheduled next week at the school assembly if anyone wishes to pay their respects individually. Several days later. Miyako? Sorry to bug you. It's just, you seem a little different from your usual self. I hope I'm not being nosy. Thanks, Mio. But, thanks, Mio. Was I acting that strangely? Yeah, enough to make me worry. If you want to talk, I'm happy to listen. Yeah, this perfect timing. There's actually something I want to ask you. Yeah? Michio, she... I wonder why she had to die. She didn't leave a note or anything, but they announced that it was a suicide. That can't be right. She would never kill herself. Michio was so happy and always looked on the bright side of things. She loved coming to school. I know she was going through some hard times, but for her to kill herself? I never got a chance to speak with her. She was often absent from school, and when she did come in, she looked depressed. You're right. And that's why everyone was so willing to accept that she committed suicide. They acted like they cared. But all they did was gossip about it. They put together little pieces of information, spread rumors like it was the truth. Isn't that terrible? Yes, it is. I heard some that are really awful. In the end, the only reason they're able to say stuff like that is because they aren't personally involved. It's true that she didn't get along with her new stepdad and her grades went down. But to say things like how sad, no wonder she killed herself, how dare they? Thanks for checking in, Mike. She always told me that she was okay whenever I walked with her because I was worried. She would have told me if there was something bothering her so badly. She'd kill herself over it. Uh-huh. I won't let Michio's death be written off like this. Like, maybe she got caught up in something bad. Something bad? People have been talking about that body found in former use of the gardens, right? Some are saying that this town is cursed or something. Yes. There has been a strange feeling around things recently. Hey, Mio? You know about the rite of resurrection, right? Yeah. It's that thing Mr. Arashi apparently discovered and wrote in an article about. I doubt there's many people who don't know. He's always talking about it. Do you believe it's real? Huh? Well, it sounds a little too good to be true to me. But on the off chance that it really works, we could bring Michio back to life with it. I want to find it, if there's even the slightest chance of bringing Michio back. But how will you look for it? Right, that's the thing. You know that spirit board thing that everyone's been doing? Where you summon a spirit and ask it whatever you want. Yeah, I know it. I want to try it out. There's something I want to know. Why are you telling me this? I mean, you seem like the type to know about this stuff. Oh, I do? Yeah, you look like you're really into that occult stuff, you know? You've got that kind of gloomy look. Huh? I don't know how I feel about that. But you do know how to do it, right? Well, yes, I think I probably know a little more than most. Okay, please help me. You're my only hope. The thing you wanted to ask is it... Yeah, I want to know the truth behind Michio's death. And where their rite of resurrection is hidden. I see. I don't know if getting the answer to those questions will be as easy as you hope. Please, the teacher and police aren't any help, and there's only so much I can do alone. If there's even the slightest chance, then... Well... Okay. If that would make you feel better, then I'll help. Yes, thank you, Mio. Okay, then tomorrow after dark.
Flashback. We're back. Notes. Suicide, class 2C, a week ago, died from full body blunt force trauma in an alley. Believed to have fallen from a roof complex nearby. Potential motives: the deceased parents had recently remarried. Rumors among sexual abuse or physical abuse. My god, I said sexual abuse. That's crazy. May constitute motive for suicide. They did say that about like her dad being a peeper, but
Rumors are rumors. So it was just in my brain.
Ugh. Huh? Ah, you're awake, Yako. Are you awake, Yako? Yeah, what happened? You can't remember? Let's see. We used the spirit board and... I suddenly heard something, like a weird voice. And then I passed out. Yes, as far as I can tell, you aren't experiencing any negative effects. I think it was just a mild shock from how sudden it was. Ah! Was everything okay with the spirit? Yep, it was almost bad, but I got it to leave. More importantly, what is that thing you have in your hand? My hand? Whoa, what the heck is this? Looks so freaky. When did I get this? Oh, there's so much anger and hatred held within it. It looks like a little tool that were used for ancient curses. What? That's so scary. Yako, you just said you heard a strange voice, right? Could you tell me what you heard? Anything you recall? I think I might be connected to that object. I think it might be connected. Let's see. It felt like I was at the bottom of a dark place. Then this voice felt like it was echoing in my mind. After that, it just kept shouting, kill them. I see. Thank you. Yako? I think you may have exactly what you need in order to use the Rite of Resurrection. A curse with the power to take people's lives and turn them into soul dregs. What? You mean this is a real curse? I know I said I wanted to use the Rite of Resurrection to bring Michio back, but why? Why me? It makes no sense. Yako, please calm down and listen. Yeah. I'm sorry about panicking. No, it's okay. Fear is something we all feel in the face of the unknown. Long ago, people would give names and phenomena they couldn't understand in order to live with them. However, modern-day developments in science and culture have pushed for the rejection of things that can't be measured. And so, the paranormal has been treated like it doesn't exist. But they've been around since a long, long time ago. So if you understand, you can see that there's nothing to be afraid of. First, calming down is the most important. Accept reality for what it is. Huh? I only really gave this stuff a shot because it was I only gave this stuff a shot because it was popular, but you really do have a connection with this stuff, don't you? Well, I suppose to an extent. Hey Mio, what do I do? Where do I start? Am I cursed? Am I going to die? It's okay. I'll take care of the curse. That's why I'm here in the first place. What? Trust me. I'll take care of things. It'll be alright. Thanks. I was the one who dragged you along, to do the spirit board.
This game is spooky. I'm scared. It's scary. It's a spooky, it's scary.
It's fine. You're desperate to find a way to try and help your friend. But spirit boards are dangerous. You have to take them seriously. I'm so glad you invited me. Alright, let's review everything we learned so far and think about how to move forward. Okay. What is this curse? Am I cursed? Well, I've only looked into it a little, but I wouldn't quite say you're cursed. It's more like you've gained the ability to use the power of a curse. So, there should be any kind of negative paranormal effect on you. The power to use a curse? Do you mean this curse stone? Yes, if the curse stone is used under certain conditions, a curse will be placed on someone, taking their life and turning into soul dregs. Soul dregs are said to be required to enact the rite of resurrection. Normally, a curse is a spell that would only be unusable by onmyoji of considerable talent. I believe that the cursed stone makes it so that even normal people can use them. So, someone like me with no knowledge could curse someone? Yes, but it's still nothing to take lightly. You could end up having it redirect right at you. To tell you the truth, something unusual did happen while you were using the spirit board. It happened right around midnight, I think. This whole area seemed to be under the effect of the Feast of Shadows. The Feast of Shadows? Yes, it's a type of spell that temporarily boosts the potency of the supernatural. It also has the effect to make the powers of certain curse users echo manifest more easily. Judging by its strength, I'd say it probably covers about 3 to 4 kilometer radius. 3 to 4 kilometers? That's big enough to cover all of Sumida City. Yes, I think the Feast of Shadows was used to cause the resentment lingering in the area to manifest as cursed stones. Someone did this. But who? I don't know enough to say. But it's likely that it was done by someone who wants to uncover the rite of resurrection. This isn't something to happen naturally. I see.
The Feast of Shadows, a technique that allowed one to create a field that temporarily boosts spiritual energy. In addition to amplifying the spiritual power of a particular area, it can also be used to amplify the strength of grudges and desires tied to the area. The effectiveness of the Feast of Shadows is dependent on the abilities of users, but it's possible to limit the scope and range of the spell, so to such a degree that one could use it to amplify power of even those not naturally gifted with spirit sense.
A cursed stone's power can only be used in this area under the influence of the Feast of Shadows. The effects also only appear after the sun has set. By letting a limit on when they can be used, the curses are strengthened. So the curses can't be used outside this area or during the day? Correct. But speaking of limits, to actually use a curse to kill someone, it seems there are conditions that need to be met. Conditions? You mean like how my cursed echo needs someone to listen to the sound to it makes for 30 seconds? To be honest, I don't really understand it. Like, how do I even summon the cursed echo or make the sound? Do I just, like, will it? Do you mind if I try? Stop. You shouldn't be using curses so willy-nilly. Even if there are conditions that have to be met, the power to kill someone without leaving behind evidence is dangerous enough. In that sense, maybe you really have been cursed. I'm sorry that you got wrapped up in this situation, even though I'm here with you. That cursed stone. I think whoever holds it becomes a curse bearer. It would probably be the best for me to hold on to it, but then I'd feel bad about forcing it onto you. No, I sense a powerful force rejecting me. I don't think I'd be able to take it. Really? Why? If we tried separating it from you, the curse may trigger. That's how bad I sense it wants to stay with you. Hi, Izuku. No way. That cursed stone might look like nothing more than an old Netsuko carving.
It's pretty early, yeah. Why are you up so early?
But I can sense a powerful, resentful energy from it. I don't think it's a good idea for me to even touch it. I may seem like I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how to handle something this powerful. Really? This little thing? If you threw it away and someone had bad ideas and picked it up, it could be bad. Oh, if you threw it away and someone had bad ideas, it could be bad. I think it would be safer to avoid the risk of getting anyone else involved and have you hold on to it for now.
It's not too early. It's early, but not too early.
Well, now I'm kind of freaked out. Anyway, we need to make it to daybreak. I think the curse should weaken once it's morning. I'll help you find a way to deal with it then. Okay. So, there are 2 things you should remember. First, do not fulfill the condition while it's night. Second, you happen to fulfill the condition, don't use the curse. Right. The 7 mysteries, the mysterious voice said the cursed stone is called the Fool's Possession, right? Yeah, that's from the 7 mysteries of Honjo, right? Our school is said to be connected with a story with the same name, one of the mysteries. Right, I don't think it's a coincidence. This is just a guess, but it's possible that you were chosen because it could feel your desire for the rite of resurrection. Oops. If this curse and the 7 mysteries of Honjo, then it's possible that there are others who received curses associated with the other mysteries. Yeah, that voice said that there are other curse bearers, or whatever you call them. Not only that, apparently you can get a lot of soul dregs by killing a curse bearer. Right, that's certainly not good. Even if we have no intention of killing others with the curse, there's still a chance you may be targeted if other curse bearers find us. Ugh. Well, we'll have to avoid anyone, who has another of the curses. That means we should avoid people at night as much as possible. Mimio. Yes? If this curse is real, that means I could bring back Michiu if I used it, right? The rite of resurrection would be real too. Yes, that's true. But you can't do that, Yako. But it feels like it's not the time to worry about that kind of stuff. Michiu died in an accident, and I'm sure she didn't want to die. That's the issue with putting a little curse on a complete stranger. I sort of feel like it wouldn't be a big deal. What's going on with you? You're not acting like yourself, Yako. You would never even consider taking the life of another person. Is it the curse's influence on you? Maybe the curse echo's grudge is rubbing off on you. Will you show me it for a second? Is there something inside it? No, stop! Yako? Oh, I'm sorry. But it's like... I just suddenly really didn't want you to touch it. I understand, I'm sorry. But you need to give up the right of resurrection. What? Because that's the real curse. Using resurrection as a lure to tempt curse bearers to using their curses. You have to resist it. Don't let yourself be deceived by some curse. But Michio could... I think for tonight, we should get home to rest. I'll walk you. The curse's influence should subside in the morning. Okay.
She said it's the curses. The curses are possessing them all. Oh.
I'm sorry, but I'm telling you that you need to give up on the right. It's beyond this. Even a single cursed stone alone is too much to handle. Bringing back the dead isn't something so simple. I know how much it hurts, but please focus on just worrying about surviving tonight. Even now, we're in great danger. Okay, let's get going then, shall we? We'll take the same route we took to get here. Right. We'll be fine, right? There's no one else at school, is there? I think so. The night shift janitor shouldn't be patrolling this late at night either.
Oh, shoot.
Ah. Huh? What? Why'd the lights go out? Mio, are you okay?
Oh, I'm gonna get friggin' jump scared. What was all this? It's just a freaking demon. Ugh, dang it.
Ah! Oh no, no, no. What was that? Get me out of here, Mio! Mio, where are you? Yako, I'm here! Over here, can you see me? Huh? Where? I can't see anything. Not that way, Yako. Behind you, I'm behind you. It's pitch dark. I have no idea which way I'm facing. There you are, Mio. This way, over here. Be careful, your field of vision is being limited. Right.
I got freaking jump scared too. Good morning, Izuku. Good morning. Good morning, jump scare.
Hey, Mio. What was that just now? Could it be another curse echo different from mine? I think so, yes. We may have been discovered by another curse bearer. Oh? What's wrong? Shh. Someone's there, in that classroom. What? Something moved inside. Well...
Check it out.
It might be the curse bearer who used that curse echo just now. If we can see who it is, it might help us decide what to do later. That's true. Okay, be careful. Well, can you see anything? Try and get a look around. Ah! Huh? Is that our homework teacher, Mr. Shunichi? And the person with him is Hitomi from Class A. What? Oh my, what's going on here? That bastard. He's at it again. I'll have to kill him.
Dude, everyone in this area is gonna die. It's gonna be her, her, and her.
I won't let him get away with this. What? The curse. I could kill him with it. The curse, I could kill him with it. No, Yako, you can't use the cursed stone. What's got into you? Resist it. Who's there? Is someone there? This is bad. We have to go before they see us.
Freaky deaky teacher. With Yako and Mio. English teacher, the home of Class 2C at Komogata High School. He was seen alone with Hitomi Okuda. Night with Mio. Kohei was an honor student and top of his class back in his high school days, the apple of his parents' eyes. He was placed under immense pressure to attend first-rate university. The family's plan came to a naught, however, when the pressure caused Kohei to sink into a deep depression and fail his entrance exams. Even at the university he was able to enter, Kohei struggled to keep up with his classes, leaving him a vain but wounded young man. Kohei never aspired to be a teacher, but figured it was the least he could do with his talent. He considered his students to be beneath him all, and largely looks down on them all. Ugh, gross. Aw, cute haircut. Hitomi Okuda. Hitomi is a rebellious student in Class 2A at Komodata High School. On a rare occasion, when she does show up to school, she skips all her classes and spends all her time hanging out on the rooftop with her fellow troublemakers. Hitomi is regarded to the teachers as one of the worst offenders among the delinquent students attending Komogata High School. Hitomi was fairly an ordinary student when she started high school. However, trouble at home in her first year had her take a turn for the worst. She began associating in groups of delinquents from the other schools with whom she'd wander around town at the night to avoid returning home. Warnings from teachers about dress code and conduct violations have fallen on deaf ears, with Hitomi going on reactionary rampages around school with her friends, breaking windows, disrupting classes. Recently, some teachers have taken to using harsher measures and even corporal punishment to correct Tomi's behavior, but this has only served to exacerbate the animosity between Hitomi and the school. Hitomi is widely regarded as the leader of troublemakers in Komogata High School, but the title doesn't mean that much to her.
It seems like they're not coming after us. Let's hope they didn't see our faces. But Yako, what came over you all of a sudden? Sorry. Thanks for stopping me. It's like this uncontrollable rage suddenly welled up inside me. I wondered what's gotten into me. I can barely even remember what happened. I'm really sorry. I don't think it's partly the curse's influence on you, but we certainly saw something shocking. My heart's still pounding. I'm a little surprised you know Hitomi from Class A. She tends to stand out a lot. Gotcha. Well, certainly does dress like a delinquent, though she barely shows up to school. But could Mr. Junoichi and Hitomi really be in a curse? Oh! Ugh! I don't know, but we should be careful just in case. Yako? Hmm? When I give the signal, run. Go straight for the entrance, don't look back no matter what. Huh? Why? Did something happen? Something happened, didn't it? What about you, Mio? No! I'll be fine. We'll meet up outside the school gates. If I'm not there in 10 minutes, go straight home, okay? Okay, go! Right! Don't look back. Don't look back.
No! I lost my girly pop.
I have to get outside. Let's see. To get to the gates, I go by the gym and...
Hmm? What are you doing, miss?
Eek! Oh, janitor. You shouldn't be here this late. Don't you know what time it is? Oh, Mr. Ashimiya. Well, if it isn't little Yako. Anyway, students ain't supposed to be outside playing around at night.
His predecessor nearing retirement, so he began working as his replacement about 6 months ago. Makoto is popular among the students for his friendly and caring nature, going so far as to remember the names and faces of all the attending school. He is affectionately known as Old Man Ashimiya, though he appears to be a simple, amiable man. Makoto occasional shrewd remarks have led to speculation among students that he may have led a far more interesting life than it seems. Whatever the truth may be, he may be remembered as one of the 7 mysteries of Kamagata High School for time to come.
A little suspect.
I do wonder. What was his name? Probable.
I know you're around the edges, but I didn't take you for one to act out like this. I'm not acting out. What about you? Should you be smoking on school grounds? Ah, well, it ain't lit, so it's alright. That's, you know, an accessory. Hey, don't go changing the subject. There's just no letting my guard down with you. So why are you here so late? Well, the truth is I forgot something in my classroom. Again, you sure are a piece of work. Hmm? But you don't have nothing with you. Oh. Wait. You do? What's that in your hand? Huh? This is what I forgot. I got it from my grandpa. It's really important to me. Girls these days sure have weird taste. Well, okay. Better head straight home if you're done. I won't tell you now, Anya. Wait, I can't let you walk home alone this late. Alright. Wait just a little. I'll hurry and lock things up. But... actually, a friend of mine is still inside. I think they'll be here soon. That so? Who's your friend? My classmate, Mio Gurusuzu. Ah, that transfer student? Breaking school rules already, huh? Didn't take her for the type. No, I was the one who dragged her here. Well, whatever. I'll go take a look. It'll be safer if you go home together. Oh, right. She's in the first floor hallway. Be careful, though. You don't know what may be there. What's that supposed to mean? First floor. Yeah, I'll be right back. Oh man, they just killing people. It's been a long ass time. She's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes and there's no sign of her. I'm starting to get worried. I'm going to take a look. Mio, are you there? Huh?
Oh, that's a legging.
Mio, what happened? Where did I go wrong this time? This is my fault. I left her alone with a curse bearer. Mio. I'm sorry. The truth is...
My mind went to an unfavorable end, but this was bound to happen. There's someone who must not be trusted. This sounds familiar, doesn't it? If so, you may choose to withhold important information from that person. If you're not, you may try as many times as you like. Very well.
I don't know. He was in Class B on the second floor just a bit ago. Well, I suppose it means I can't be locking up yet. Second floor, you said? I'll take a peek. I'll be back in a jiff. My house is really close by, so I'll be fine on my own, really. That so? Ah, the snack shop, right. Suppose you'll be fine, then. Be careful now, you hear? Stay on the big, well-lit streets. If something happens, shout fire. Okay, don't worry too much.
Well, we wouldn't want to be losing any more students.
Though I imagine you'd know that better than anyone.
Yes, you're right. Mio's late. Been waiting 20 or 30 minutes. There's still no sign of her. Huh? There's someone coming out down the road. That's... Oh no, a teacher. It's Mr. Araishi? Hideki Araishi. Hideki Araishi. Hideki is a historian who works part-time as a curator at the local folk museum and as a teacher at Katagama High School. His recent publications of the Rite of Resurrection has caused a stir in occult circles. Hideki is a quintessential obsessive researcher despite being entirely unsuited for teaching. He had no choice but to take up the position in Komagata High School in order to make ends meet, while having a captive audience in his class goes some way or to satisfy his need for respect and recognition. This conceited nature makes him unpopular among the students. Lately, he is concerned that articles he contributed for purely monetarily reasons have earned him a reputation as researcher of the occult, but surge of interest in a topic and the resulting volume of article requests he is receiving are undeniably tempting. Hideki is a regular at the Kuroikyo Cafe on Okusai Street. There, he can be found outside his work hours, writing essays and manuscripts. His published books include A Study of the Unknown and an introduction to Bando history. He looks on edge. I wonder what he's doing. Hmm? That thing, Mr. Araishi's hand, it can't be. Whoa. Could that be a cursed stone? This is bad. What do I do? What do I do? I don't think anything good can come from him seeing me. Wait. He's the one who discovered the Rite of Resurrection. It wouldn't be strange at all for him to have something to do with these curses. Then, could the curse echo from before have belonged to him? Ah. Shoot, he noticed me. Oh, hello, Yako. What are you doing here? That was fast. Did you not hear me? What are you doing here? This late at night? It couldn't wait until tomorrow? No, it couldn't wait. So what did you forget? Is that what's in your pocket? Take it out now and show me. Stop it. I knew it. I see, you have one. It's not... But Netsuke is a great historical importance to the area. But it's dangerous to speak here. Why don't you come with me? This is important. That hurts. Stop. You're hurting me, Mr. Arashi. Stop pulling me. Fire! There's a huge fire! Stop that. Someone will come. Damn it, get over here. Ah! Where am I? It's completely dark. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Arashi? My stomach hurts. I'm bleeding. Ah, he's the stinky guy with the lantern. Stinky guy. Oh, there's the alarm. Ah, I see.
Turn to the story chart. Till we meet again. Okay. Alright. That is all for right now. I will be back in 30 minutes with the other stream with Ayaluna Pianjitberg. So I will be right back. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I will be back. I'm gonna take a quick break and then I'm gonna get stuff set up. So I'll catch you guys in a bit.